Blamed. Benjamin Zulu is in the building. It is about time for the relationship circle. And today we are sending our love to the 40-plus men out there who want to get into the dating scene. Lakini mimi nina swali. Zulu, welcome to the show. You look really good. You're color coordinated.
You too. Thank you. There is harmony here. There is rhyme here. Ask your question. You are not a man. Why are you jumping at our issues?
Ngoja. Wanasema senior bachelor, eligible bachelor. But she's eligible spinster. I thought next time to engage you.
When you graduated, they gave you a bachelor of something. They did not give you spinster of commerce or spinster of mass communication.
But what happens to us who are at 40? Why don't we have like a prestigious name?
In fact, many of the points I will tell you apply both ways.
Okay.
It's about the age, not so much the gender.
Okay, cool.
The rule number one is don't jump from what you're coming into direct into another relationship. Most people who are in their 40s had another life. Most of them had another life. Except the ladies, another time I'll tell you, they can be bypassed by time under the bridge. Just because they are not present, just this way. And time is passed. Oh my God, I'm 40. What happened? I have ladies who are 45, virgin, clean. Just bypassed by time.
Yeah.
But men, them being the ones who are shooting the arrows, doing things, many of them have been into things. It's what has not worked. So take a while to redefine yourself. Something changes when men hit past 40. Your testosterone has been reducing for the last 10 years. And some of the youth and rigor and vitality, you don't feel it that much. Your hairline has receded. Some white hair could be showing up.
That's true.
A few things have changed. You pause. You don't jump recklessly. Oh my God, I can't afford to be. No, I need social. I need to be. Church, and society generally, they only want to make you think you're only complete when you're married.
That's true.
And I told you the other day, if a church is trying to keep you in a sick marriage, divorce the church first. Go to another one.
That's true.
To a place where you're allowed to evolve. Many churches are afraid of change. So they try to tell you, God hates divorce. And I asked them, God hates divorce of a marriage that was godly. Some marriages were foreign to God. He doesn't know them. So he hates divorce again, but does not prohibit. He will not stop you from doing what you need to survive. He will not keep you there to die. God is not a sadist. It's people. I tell you, Christians are more religious than God. I told you that. They have more rules than God. So we are saying start by redefining who you are now. And then what relationship will work for you? The next relationship, therefore, must. For example, if you're coming from a divorce, stand alone on your 2 feet to stabilize first. Find out who you are now, what you have learned from the experience, the lessons you can, parts of your character that needed reworking, the ignorance you had, your good heart that was taken advantage of, too much patience and attachment to your kid that kept you in a dead marriage, and you were abused and exploited. How many wounds you are carrying, the temper, the fear, the inability to trust women now, transferring what was done there to this, drinking too much, gambling, betting, keeping company of boys, not to feel alone, traveling all over, buying cars that you can't afford, getting into loans. Are you financially disciplined? Where you find yourself now before you bring anybody into the picture.
Okay.
Most men, when something is not working, they take all the energy to the next. All right, the relationship is not working, they take the energy to work. So they're working, they're all over the world, but they are running on empty. I told you about Samuel Wanjiru when he died. The trainer wrote a book called Running on Empty, saying he was very talented, but he did not have stability. He did not have sure footing. Most men are very talented, very moneyed, very gifted, but they're not standing on sure foot. All right? So start by redefining yourself and don't rush into a relationship. First of all, establish who you are and the kind of woman you need, therefore.
Okay.
All right? The next thing is, you're busy with your work. Most people have evolved their career by this point.
Okay.
You're busy with your work, but do not date in a tunnel. Do not talk only on phone and chatting at work. And now you think we have advanced, now let's marry. Most men make that mistake. There's when you interact with the lady around her friends and her family, other aspects of her personality will come out. When you see her around church, around life, so you must first, remember the first episode, restructure your life to decide whether you're ready for marriage.
That's true.
For dating. So create time for practical interaction. You better set aside Saturday afternoons and tell the girl, because of the nature of my job, I want to be seeing you on Saturdays afternoons. If it's not a particular girl, all the girls are meeting, date them, see them. And I told
Saturday afternoon is
befriend before you date. Don't date to learn a person. Learn them before you date them.
That's true.
Because when you say you're in a relationship, already we are exclusive, and yet you don't know me yet. It's like a company employing you to interview you inside the job.
Doesn't work.
Exactly. They interview you first to check whether you are basically qualified.
That's true.
So please don't call anybody boyfriend, girlfriend. And the third rule, we have said this second rule is make sure, ensure. All right. I wanted to, because they're related to the third one. Most men rush when they meet a lady who they like her so much, and they rush to have sex. The problem, the third point, with sex interferes with your reasoning every day.
Okay.
Other factors fall to the backdrop, like whether she's patient, whether she's friendly to your children, whether she's compatible with your people, whether she's patient, whether she values family as a first priority. All those questions fall back, and yet they are the most deal breakers.
That's true.
Lemon me announced to men. Most women are good for sex. Most. As long as she's biologically functional, you don't need to test too much. The concept of test driving, I don't know who came up with it. It's only for cars, not for human beings. If she has that biological part, man, and you have it, man, it's good enough. Even if you close your eyes, the next woman.
There's so much more to a relationship.
Thank you.
Than
Can
that.
you study her character?
Yes.
Talk. See if she listens. See if she has the wife. Some women want the benefit, but they hate the role of a wife.
Check for that as well.
Check whether she's willing to wake up and prepare you as you leave. You know where the food is. Don't you know the kitchen? The girls will have their sleep interrupted. You pay for it.
Yes.
Yet you need to be prepared. Please learn her first. Some of them are dashing. And oh my God, sex. Don't invite women in your house. You're mixing up things. When a woman comes to you, she has an entitlement now. And men are very easy to trap. There's nobody easy to trap like men. Men think in patterns, just 1 + 1 2. It's very easy to trap him. Get him sexually involved, or get him thinking now you have a secret to protect. He's finished. Or bond with his children. Most men's children is a soft part. Bond with the children now. The children start asking for you. He is finished. So men complicate their lives when they date without structure. So don't let the woman into your life. See her out there. Befriend her out there. Have conversations. Talk. And as we said, another thing you need to be very careful. When your single employers take advantage of you, they work you, especially now that there's working from home, they make sure you're never at home, you're just working. The home has been converted to a 24.
Everybody else who's in a relationship or married or have children, then they are allowed to take offs. It's like, the child is...
At 4 p.m., picking a kid from school.
Yes.
Here you are, you're not picking anyone. And they might give you a few crumbs of discounts and... but they're sending you in Mozambique, sending you in Australia, sending you here. You think you're being exposed globally, they praise you, our best work. But are you sacrificing? It's okay to be working hard, okay? We are not minimizing this. You need to shine here, but don't ignore that other one. Even if you don't have a family, you have a social life. You have your family of origin. You have your mom, your brother, your sister. Please have a life. Even if you do not have your immediate family, that space should never be sacrificed for work.
Okay.
There are men who burn out. They're reaching 45 and you hear blood pressure, diabetes, because of the pressure they lived, they exposed themselves to. Too much work. Many bachelors are returning from maybe abroad. Senior bachelors, some were not married. Oh, they married there, it didn't work. I have some guys who are returning from Japan, from wherever, and it didn't work. They're trying to reorganize their life once they landed here. One of the quickest instruction, the next point I tell them is this, because now you have some finances. Don't compare yourself with the younger set and think you are at a disadvantage overall. You might think they are better in everything. The reality is you have evolved your career to a certain extent, and it has reached to a point where you can tell where you're going. This younger set don't know where they're going. They're doing guesswork. They're still trying to find out. You are sure of the direction of your career. Even if you are adjusting your career, you know yourself by this point. You are sure-footed. So stand on that advantage and walk with confidence and self-assurance. Self-esteem matters, Mwikali. When you look assured of where you're going, people are confident to follow you. Generally, the world congregates around those people who are assured of where they're going. The same way in dating. When you look assured and confident, one thing that I tell men in this age group is one thing you can beat all the younger boys, hands down, his ability to listen with a fatherly attention. Even in dating, the fatherly element is always there. A woman wants a guy who has that. She imagines how the children will be safe under him. She imagines how she can run to him when she feels insecure, when she feels threatened, when she wants somebody. So I tell men to just practice calm. I always use the late Bob Collymore as an example. He has such a peaceful, a graceful listening demeanor. You could say anything. There's an interview he did with class 8 people, and I always liked that. Because the kid is young, he's over here, and it's an interview, but they're talking like father and daughter. The kid just went on and felt listened to. So I want to tell guys, you can charm many women by simply listening, even to what she's not saying. and learning to discern her moods. I say, on the voice, it's like you're not okay. She feels very understood. Yeah, I was down with flu, but also I was being stressed over this and that.
Like, and that feels amazing. Like, he can tell.
Exactly.
He can tell that I wasn't feeling okay just from my voice.
Thank you.
How amazing is that?
And men, we miss that.
Yes.
We think we only please women by the good words. You say, oh, I like you, I like that. There's part for that. But many times it's how much you're able to tell how she's doing.
Yeah.
And consistency of communication is another thing I want to tell men in their 40s. There are ladies actually who are very happy to date a man who is 45, 42, and herself she's 27.
Yeah.
As long as he shows all these qualities of stability. Some of those girls are tired of drama and inconsistency from the young boys and the laziness.
Yeah.
And dependency
Yeah.
and flirting all over. So when you come in your 40s and you demonstrate this, and I tell men also to hit the gym. Don't let your body get off shape, please. Guys, hello. Do some gym.
Look good.
Look good.
And then,
important, don't wear excessive. Some clothes that are oversized, don't wear them. Guys are very careless with trousers. You find a trouser, they just have an umbrella, a flag in the wind, and a shirt that looks like a parachute. Not a shirt that is, and is careless, or beards are overgrown and the hair is unkempt.
Grooming is key.
In fact, I tell them, use your money now to go to those experts. Get the best barbers, do your thing, get them to do the facial scrub. Those things are okay, they're good for guys.
Yeah.
They're good. In fact, when you come in for shows, often we do makeups, we have done touch-ups, and you think we look nice here. I realize if I can look nice here, I can also look nice out there.
Why not?
So when my girl is doing on whatever she's doing, I think, do you need to do something on me? She's, yeah, and then I look nice. So I want to ask again, normalize these.
And sometimes when you look good, when you feel good about yourself, you're very, very confident.
Yes.
And confidence is very attractive to the female.
You had it from the horse's mouth.
That's very attractive.
Please pay attention to your shoe.
Yes.
Pay attention to fitting.
Tafadhali.
Get fitting clothes. And if you're in mid-40s also, please avoid looking like a confused teenager, looking for loudness. Okay?
Can we take a break? Can we? May we? We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. Please send in your questions, 111 444 111. We'll be looking at that when we come back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mikali Benjamin Zulu in the building. It's a Wednesday and we're talking to the 40 plus men out there, okay? So the question is on Facebook, is it possible for men who are over 40 to find love again? And your comments are hilarious. Very possible, favor blessed, very possible. I prefer older men because they know how to respect and value a woman. For me, I only date men above 35. Kaylee McKenna says, yes, it's possible. Because these young girls wanataka old grannies. 40 plus. Haya, mwingine anasema very possible because many girls wanataka wenye wametafuta mali. So there's also that perception that comes with if you're older.
I was coming to that point.
Yes.
It's okay to date younger set.
Yes.
To younger girls. But I want to ask you, avoid university students, avoid girls who are 23, 22. You bring her to a house, she will turn your life to a circus. You don't know her yet. She's in transition phases.
She
does
even
not know herself. Thank you.
Yeah.
She will come here and soon she start overthinking, being overwhelmed, suspicious, paranoid, moody, depressed, anxious, and now you have to play a father to a kid who is supposed to be your wife, get kids, a bigger kid with another kid, and you're complicated. And remember what I told you, man, if you combine a Mercedes-Benz and a tuk-tuk, the tuk-tuk controls the pace. You can't move faster than this girl you tag yourself with. So you can date younger women, but make sure they're 25 and above. Okay. And as you talk to them, you need to see that they have worked on themselves. They have been learning. They have depth of insight. They have composure. They have character. You can see they have evolved themselves. They're not just after nice life and a lifestyle. They're not just seeing the stuff in you. And please don't take over paying her bills. Don't pay rent. Don't pay anything. You shall be generous as a man. Stinginess is a taboo in love. When you're pursuing a woman, you must be generous. But the generosity is about gifts and surprises and paying for meals when you go out. It's not paying bills. Don't rent for her a bigger house. Of course, if she's stuck 1 month and you are a friend and she was late on rent, you can volunteer to assist. But avoid taking over her life. you're complicating the process. These are strings attached, expectations. All right?
Yes.
You want pure. She should live a life she can afford. If she's not there yet, she's not ready for any marriage. If she has not learned how to control her earning versus her spend, even when you bring her here, she will not have that control.
That's
She'll
true.
begin to demand for a holiday. Tomorrow, she wants to run to Italy and come back. she wants a she just, I think I saw something in Dubai. Can I run and come tomorrow? So, you want a girl who has learned to negotiate means and ends. Was learned to patient. In fact, I tell men, don't get a woman from her mother's house. She has not seen life. You are going to continue the mothering. You need a woman who has negotiated my income this month versus this one has to wait because that is important.
Very important.
That is important. So, the other thing is, men, be honest about your family situation. If you are coming from a divorce and there were children, be very honest about it. Don't lie about some kids over there. Don't lie about what is happening. If you are still talking, don't lie because you can't establish a lasting thing on lies.
That's
you
true.
need trust. Be outright. Let her take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Better to tell the truth. You'll be surprised many women will feel honored when you're outright, when you're forthright, when you are open. They'll feel honored. Even if she will struggle with the situation, she will still be asking herself, what if he had hidden?
That's true.
What if he had lied?
Yeah.
And she'll still be asking herself, okay, there are other good guys there, but they could be hiding important things. This one told me outright and told me to make my decision, so he will respect it. You want to be outright like that, all right?
That's true.
Another thing is you want to find out whether she wants children and you whether you want children. Children
Especially if you're coming from a place where you already have children.
Yes.
And maybe as a man, you don't want any more children.
Children
but
are
then this girl wants children as well.
Yes,
So
some
it's
of
a
them already have
conversation to
baby
have.
fevers and they will rush you. That's why I tell men not to sleep with women when you're dating them. She could be looking for a way. She could hit one bird with two birds with the same stone because she can get a kid. She had a baby fever and she got it with a loaded guy.
Yes. Yes.
She managed to get the kid a lifestyle. And sometimes we think we are hunting, we become the hunted. In fact, I want to warn men. If you have been building your career, you have a future, this thing, you are an easy target. You are a large target for these small people. Yeah. You're a large target. Mukali, there's a right we lose the more we become successful in our careers. We lose the right to misbehave.
That's true.
You misbehave,
That's
you
true.
get easily trapped.
That's
A
true.
person can get millions out of you because of your carelessness.
Yes.
So I tell you must become frugal. It's impossible to become great and not disciplined. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I was telling one person that I think the more you're on media, you also lose this ability to just be yourself out
You
there.
can't.
People call you by names and you are startled.
You can't. You can't even bargain, Zulu.
Imagine.
So you start bargaining and then anakuita, hey, Benjamin.
Imagine that.
Zulu.
You've-
It's like, okay, so basi.
Imagine. Now I come to understand why I could see those great guys and ministers, public, they have the clubs they frequent, the places they go, so that they can be at ease with each other.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so the more you become the CEO, maybe you are a director somewhere, or you're a musician, you have an artist, and there's a madness I don't want young people to fall into.
Okay.
I've seen these people, you hit that is something, you become desperate, start looking for a wife publicly and announcing, please come, I'm doing auditions.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Virtuous women never show up.
No, they
Good
won't.
girls want you to come to them and present
Yes.
your case and try to
Yes.
win them.
Yes.
Those who show up are just jokers like you. Hey, this is just child play. So
true.
it could be good for likes and the trending, but it will never get you a good woman. Good women are so self-assured. They don't want drama. You can't put the two of them here. Now you
so
compete
true.
it out. It's impossible. Wakali won't come for one.
No. Catch me dead. Not happening.
Thank you.
Not happening.
I don't know why men are getting it wrong. I keep seeing it in the public space. It looks like a thing people are talking about. The other day I was talking about the stingy man. I said, and I called it other names.
They have an association.
I called it is not either stingy men or silly men or stupid men or it's
an S name. It's
stinking men. It's a thing. By the time you think being stingy is that thing to trend.
Yes.
But where are we, Mikali? So these men I'm talking about today are 40s. You must not use such stupid language on your wall. By then you should clean up your social media. Don't use cursing words there. Don't use profanities. We want a man who will guide our children in morals, in prayer, in godliness. Don't put beer there. Don't put even if you do your beer little, make it private, low key, that you can still guide your children. Although you're a social drinker, there are people who are social drinkers. When there's a party, they'll take something. And I actually encourage people, tell them, when you go to a place where it's a party with your friend and they're taking a wine or two, don't start judging them by saying you can only take mango juice. making them look like they are denigrates and immoral people
Oh
and drunkards. It's okay to have that one alcoholic drink which you can take occasionally when need. Wine maybe. Sometimes wine has more alcohol than many beers, by
That's
the way.
true.
People think it is less.
It is not. I'll be telling you the truth.
It's a very high percentage when you compare to normal
Yes.
beers. So look for something that you don't make people, even if you mix it with soda, it's okay, but learn how to blend. So it's not the drinking, it's what it is in your life. So some people it's an addiction. Other people it's somewhere they hide. Other people, so it's not the thing, it's what it means to you. All right, we all need money, but some people money is a tool to manipulate others, to win other people, to trick other people. So as a guy, when you come to this game when you're 40 something, you also need to refresh on modern trends. Please learn how to chat. Those days chatting was not a thing maybe. Now chatting is a thing, and you hear girls being very much about texting, and you forgot your phone for long. You're waiting to call in the evening.
Ulipitwa na
And
wakati.
they get offended. So,
Yeah.
so please update and download the apps that are required. The guys also use dating apps. If you use dating apps, get a coach, because many of them are full of tricksters.
Okay.
They can tell you are naive and you're green. We have said you brush up your social media, put modern photos, current photos of yourself. Don't pretend. Don't. And another thing, don't flirt carelessly. Dating should be purposeful.
Yeah.
Don't call women babe, sweetheart. You'll be shooting on foot. One day a serious woman will come to your life and realize you have this trend of flirting them and go away.
Ooh, and go away. That's true.
You don't use that word until you are in a relationship.
You know, you said something very important earlier that, you know, most of this, if you're over 40 and you're single, you might have gone through divorce.
Exactly.
Or you're going through it. It is important for you to say these things before.
Exactly.
And even the drama that you anticipate to have. So if you identify a girl that you really want to be with, it is okay if you are sure that this is it and you're not done with your court cases, the divorce, let her know the truth and protect her from that.
Exactly.
Protect her from that. We have a few questions here for you. Hi, Mwikali. Ask Zulu if a 40-year man can marry a 25-year-old girl. Hi. Then, did he see ile couple ya jana ya online ya 21-year-old girl comment on that? So I knew somebody would bring it up. So
What happened?
I had guests here. She was 21 years old and they met on Facebook. And that was in 2017, I think. They're married now.
Now she's 21.
No, she was.
Okay.
Hey,
I would have called the children department on you.
she was 21 and they're happily married now. The husband was here as well. They dated for 6 months and then got married. Well, of course, there were a few issues
How
from
old
the
is the
girl's
husband?
side. I can't. Did he mention? No, he didn't.
Alright,
but a
alright.
bit older. He was from another relationship, but he was single for a whole year.
Okay.
So when they met, he was very intentional. And 6 months in, they got married. So I don't know what they want you to comment about that.
So,
But-
Mwikali, let's repeat and say this.
Yes.
You can marry right and find a happy marriage.
It's
even
true.
at 19 and 18. But what we are saying is, number one, what are you sacrificing? The period of development you have given.
Because she sacrificed her relationship with her father, which is still
Thank you.
that she did. That she
She's
did.
here
And she
celebrating.
said-
Anyway, I did not lose anything. It's too early to see what you lost.
She said, she was very open. She's like, even the husband was like, that is the one challenge that we've had with this relationship, that my father-in-law still has not come around. He's coming around, but it's taken all these years.
Put yourself
from
in his
then.
shoes.
Yes.
You shortchanged my daughter. Why don't you give her time to evolve like you? You have had your time to establish your career. Does she know where she's going? Does she know who she shall become? I tell pretty times, one thing that is invisible is your energy. You may look young when you're 21 and he may look 31. And he looks like he's established as a car. You're 21 young, but your energy might be higher. You might have bigger dreams, more disciplined, more focused. By 10 years, you'll overtaken him by so far, and yet it was invisible. Wait until at least you've evolved to know the pace of life, the lifestyle you want, the magnitude of your dreams. You can't see that when you're so young. So it's too early for her to run around and say, hey, what are they saying? I'm here, I'm happy. Let's talk about you at 5. When you see your friends who took their time to evolve, what will have become?
Okay, here we go. Another question for you. Mwikali na Zulu, comment. Tangu nisikie below 30 men ni kujipanga, hata sina swali. I have realized that when you have goals, nothing disturbs you, even those whom you see beautiful. They are just passing. Yours is coming as you build your life with almost the same goals, birds of the same feather wanatafutana after kujipanga.
And
Kuna watu wanakusikiza
let me
huko
comfort
nje.
that guy. Is it a guy? Sounds like a guy.
Yeah, sounds like a guy.
Let me tell him this. Also, me, I thought I was running late because I knew I was not ready. Even when I was 30, when I was 31, I was not ready. I started dating when I was 32, married when I was 34. I told guys, when I mentioned last year that I turned 35, people said, you look older. How come you don't look? And there before I was late. What happened, Mikali? What changed? I married like a late crop. Here I am. Career, they're telling me you are ahead of your time.
Yeah.
You are talking
because
like a person.
you took a lot of time to build
Thank you. You are not late if you marry at 33 or 35. As long
You're
as you
not.
took the time to grow,
Yes.
you look like you are ahead. If you took those who jump in will be firefighting and managing trouble and managing delicate relationships. But if your relationships are tranquil, you find a woman whom you rhyme with, whom you flow with, man, you found time to build stability.
Tuletea lini. Tutaka kuona Mrs. Zulu.
No, you see, Mikali, you're focusing on the wrong. It's not the individual, it's the principle.
It's true. It's true.
Please learn if you follow the process, the principle is the same. Develop yourself until you know where you're going, what you want, and look for it with clarity.
Absolutely. Hi, Wix. Enjoying the show. I'm 27 now. Last year, I dated a senior bachelor. Sijui kama 39 ni senior bachelor, but it was senior bachelor, 39 years. But the guy wasn't easy to trap, as Benja said. Every decision or suggestion we made, he would ask his mom first. Even buying seats, he once told me, eti mama amesema hiyo kala ya viti iko poa, so we buy. I thought I will manage, but this year, January, I made a decision to let go because he wasn't consistent. In fact, he lied to me about his career, revealed having 1 kid, but he has 2.
When you sense dishonesty with ladies, when you sense dishonesty, when you sense a person who is too much enmeshed with a mother or anyone, that's not a safe person to marry. You see, we are supposed to form a sovereign unit, Mwekali.
Yes.
When me and you are together, nobody is supposed to be coming between us. We're not supposed to be you consulting your mother, consulting your father, and if they disapprove, you must go for approval. No, you want a person who has evolved enough. One reason men age alone is because they are still immature. They are 40 but still just a bearded boy. Why are you consulting your mother who is living in another age? When you get this woman later, can you follow the example of Prince who left the royal family to go with this woman?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I saw in Tamima's one of the shows, that guy left everybody.
Yes.
And stopped listening to anyone to be with this woman. And today they're flying very high.
Yes.
You want a guy who has that courage. Again, we say, love requires courage.
Yes.
If this person looks like a coward who must submit to other authorities out there, they're not available. And this lady, please, that language you've used, I want you to stop using it. Don't say I dated this. Don't date. Befriend them, learn them. Don't start a relationship.
Hey, love is for the courageous. That is for me. That is my daily. I will say it daily. When I meet someone, it's like, are you courageous enough?
Exactly.
Are you willing to take a risk?
Exactly.
Why do you look like a coward? Hi. Hello, Switch. Mikali, looking good every day. Benjamin Zulu, you look good as well.
Thank you.
You bless me with your lessons.
Thank you.
Need advice. I'm dating a guy. He is 10 years older than me, married with 1 kid, but okay. But I have tried to be quiet. Huh? I love him, but I'm 50-50.
That's a pre-25. Mikali, that's how stupid pre-25 sound. Conflicted. What is she asking? He's married. You are dating him to go where? You are 50-50. So why are you still there? Mikali, if you listen to those kids talking, you can kick them with the buttocks. What is the question there, for example?
Morning, Mikali. I'm 26. I am saving you before you get more. I'm 26, married to a 28 guy, and we have a kid. I'm not bashing him, but if I'm asked to marry again, I'll choose an older man, okay? Not 40, but at least 30.
Take your regrets away. Well, you're telling us we do what?
To avoid stupid fights.
Thank you.
Hello, Mikali and Zulu. I've been married for 5 months, and my man has really changed completely. And first, before we married, he made me lose my job. Please advise.
No, what are the ages?
I have
The
got no idea.
stupid
They don't
pre-25
say.
again, Mwekali.
Why would you lose your job?
Whenever a woman telling you he changed quickly, it's because you studied him wrong. You only went for the surface. You started the interview in the bedroom. Your emotions got clogged. It's about how he made you feel. It's supposed you're already pregnant. How can you resign your job? The man is supposed to take you up, not take you down. Again, we said marriage is a partnership of 2 people who are going to move each other forward. We only leave jobs when it is strategically for us. We have discussed and we said that is the best decision to do. We are changing direction to manage our lives. You're starting this because no, we are coming together. As we said, people sometimes marry when they're in different lives and they're trying to come together. So, but it's a discussion when we have seen both of us the sense in it. Okay. This is total. But let me tell you, Mikali, most of the marriages you are seeing here is total child nonsense. Annoyance.
See, we are sorry. We are very sorry. I'm trying to get something on Facebook
Again,
here.
can you repeat? He did not make you lose your job. In your stupidity, you resigned.
Yes.
I'm sacrificing for the sake of love. Go ahead, enjoy your love.
Enoch Omwega Oyoka on Facebook. I love what Benjamin Zulu said. Just like Samuel asked Jesse in 1 Samuel 16 verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Are here all thy children? And Samuel said unto Jesse, Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down until he come hither. Wait, ladies, don't sit down if something is not adding up. I'm gonna say, you are a very intelligent guy.
Thank you.
Older men are reasonable and they can take care of you as well. Less scandals. Lillian from LD. I'm gonna say, my guy, it's very possible to date an older man who's 40. Imagine girls want men who are rich. Okay, angalia ni ngumu upate. Mbona we haven't talked about this rich thing? Okay, angalia ni ngumu upate mtu ako 20s na gari na pesa. In short, wanataka masponyo.
No,
they
listen.
want the food that is ready.
These girls who are looking for money are just fools. Why don't you believe you will get your own money one day?
Yes.
Megali, what was the point if you were 22 and dated a guy with a car? Would it matter today? You
I
have
don't
your
think
own
it
car
would.
now. You have
Yeah.
your own life. So these girls who are lazy looking for shortcuts, that's not dating, that's prostitution. They only give their body to get money. And that's not dating. And I have warned my men. If a lady asks you for money directly, she's not a wife material. Wife materials are so reluctant to ever ask for money. They'll ask from their father, from their mother, from a sister, not you. You're trying to build a life. The first red flag is a woman, please send me pesa salon. What were you doing salon
Be
with before I
warned
came?
before I came.
Exactly. Need to me a fare. To go where? And I told men not to date in their houses, date in hotels. Let her bring herself. Out of courtesy, you can drop her back. You can pay a cab back. Out of your own will. It's not her demanding it.
Yeah.
You need to see a woman who is mature, not dependent. So this is the business of exchanging your body. And these girls who are not developing their character, they just want to offer their bodies. Their destiny is usually very bad. Soon they'll be infected with the diseases, or they'll be made pregnant and abandoned. They have no future. And you can't even trust them. We are talking about wine materials, not the bad girls, please. I'm talking about the good girls, the virtuous girls. They will show maturity, decency, restraint, moderation. She will even be very afraid if you have to say, why are you sending money? They don't like to be seen like it's money they're after.
Yeah.
But they also want to see whether you're generous. Quietly, they're studying to see whether they can depend on you in times of need. All right? So they are balanced that way. So one red flag is a woman who's just looking at the car you have. Doesn't she hope to buy her own soon? Why is she looking at just the house you have? Doesn't she plan to build her own life?
At least you've given the 40 plus disclaimer, kwa sababu inaonekana kwa SMS zetu wanasema 40 plus ndio wana mali. Basi 40 plus mmepatiwa disclaimer. Akitisha pesa, red flag,
Thank
run.
you.
Zulu, thank you for coming through.
Most welcome. Benjamin Zulu KE 0701299333.
That's it. Benjamin Zulu kila mahali.
Exactly.
Hi, we're taking a very short commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go too far.